Good afternoon. My name is Mikey Abejero and I'm taking up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, and I am one of your reporters today. My topic is communication models. Communication models. It is the systematic representations of the process which helps in understanding how communication works and can be done. It is a conceptual models used to explain the human communication process. So there are four communication models. First is Aristotle's model of communication. Second, Shannon-Weaver's model of communication. Third, Osgood-Scrum's model of communication. And last, White's stages of oral communication. So first, let us discuss Aristotle's model of communication. Aristotle explains that speakers should adjust their messages according to their audience and occasion to achieve a particular effect. So here's an example of it. Japan attacked the Pearl Harbor, so President Roosevelt delivered a message to declare a war on Japan. Here, the speaker is President Roosevelt. His speech is about declaring a war on Japan. The occasion is, of course, it's about war. His audiences are the U.S. Congress, and the effect of it is to persuade the members of U.S. Congress to declare a war on Japan. And let's move on to the second model, Shannon-Weaver's model of communication, created by Claude Shannon and Warren Weaver. Here, in Shannon-Weaver's, it is a linear or one-way passes. The information source typically refers to a person who sends a message with the use of a transmitter. The transmitter or encoder could be on any instrument today, from phones to computers and other devices. The signals that are sent and received can be varied depending on the method of communication. The box at the bottom called noise refers to any signals that may interfere with the message being carried. This again would depend on the method of communication. Decoding happens when the message reaches the destination and analyze it. The receiver, of course, is the person who will receive the message. Here's an example of Shannon-Weaver's model of communication. Having a conversation through phone call. Sender is the source of information. The cell phone is the encoder that transmits the message. Channel is the cable or signal. Noise happens when there is an unstable signals and the message is hard to understand, or they call it choppy. Decoder is when you finally receive the message and understand it, and the receiver is the destination or the one whom the sender is talking to. Third is Osgood-Scrum's model of communication. Here, encoding and decoding are not automatic. Processes both go through filter and interpreter. Therefore, the message can succeed or fail, depending on the interpreter's appreciation on the message. There are times when the sender and receiver may apply different meanings to the same message, and it is termed semantic noise. So, the question is, why do sometimes there are messages that are hard to understand?
An example of it is use of jargon. Here's the scenario. The patient is consulting on a doctor about her illness. The doctor was explaining her condition using medical terminologies. Since most of the medical terminologies are unfamiliar to the patient, she will have a hard time in understanding her condition.
Osgood's second model explains it. Since the doctor and the patient has a different field of experience, there are parts in doctor's experience that the patient has no knowledge, like those medical terminologies. We have to be careful and sensitive in communication. We must use simple and concise words for the message to be clear and understandable. And the last model is White's stages of oral communication. Eugene White says that it is possible to begin at any of the stages outlined in this model. Since it is a circular model, it means that communication is a continuous process with no beginning or end. Here, feedback happens as the speaker is monitoring their listeners. Imagine that you're a speaker in an event. Here, thinking, it is the speaker's idea to communicate. Symbolizing, speaker has to know things about his topic to represent his ideas. Expressing, speaker is now talking and doing gestures to explain more carefully his points. Transmitting, speaker's message are carried to the listeners. Receiving, listeners receive the message. Decoding, listeners are absorbing the message to understand. Feedbacking, the listeners act, smile, or nod, and etc. Monitoring, the speaker is analyzing his listeners through verbal feedback and showed behavior for him to adjust in that particular situation. So this is where I'll end my discussion. I hope you've learned something. Thank you and good day.